Hey, kids, it's time for another exciting episode of KWJUDAS.
Traveled far away for a new life, hoping to escape their lies. But to her surprise, it was the same. The men of Boston played their games, and it spoke against their ways, and they did not approve. Her name will never die, she will fly so high. All the women loved her and some husbands followed too. Her name will never die, she will fly so high. They made her go to trial before a judge. Accused her of a crime that's untrue, and did not back down. She fought against the status quo over time, and it spoke against their ways, and they did not approve. Her name will never die, she will fly so high. All the women loved her and some husbands followed too. Her name will never die, she will fly so high. In 1637, and left, banished from the colony. Bravely she went on to form a place where everyone was free, and it spoke against their ways, and they did not approve. Her name will never die, she will fly so high. All the women loved her and some husbands followed too. Her name will never die, she will fly so high.
Woo! Droll Box here on KWJUDAS, Gumption City Radio. We are coming at you live for the first time in probably this entire season, really. I think I've had maybe one or two other live performances that are actually live performances. We used to do them live all the time, but the owner of the General Store, Mr. General Store, has offered to sponsor this live event where we get Droll Box live from the General Store swap meet parking lot. Parking lot swap meet. Thank you all so much for taking some time in between your songs to talk to us, since that's what everybody's here for, is to listen to you talk.
How's it going?
What it is.
So my name is Chris.
I'm Allie.
Oh yeah, introduce yourselves.
Yeah, so I'm Chris.
You just did. And you're Allie.
Yes.
And you play acoustic guitar, Chris.
Yes.
And you play the acoustic bass and flute.
Yes.
Awesomeness. So you guys are not from here, correct?
So I'm originally from Phoenix. I moved here in 2014 just to kind of get away and start like a new life. And
nothing particular drew you to Utah?
I have a friend that lived here, and okay, here's the story. Like, I God, way back in 2011 or something. He said he was living in Florida, and he said I could stay with him for a while till I get a job. Well, I didn't end up doing it, and then fast forward to 2014, I kind of had it with my life in Phoenix because most of my friends were just like drinking and doing a lot of drugs all the time. So I was like, I'm gonna get out of here. So I call him up, and I'm like, hey, dude, do you still let me come in and stay with you for a bit? And he's like, yeah, but I don't live in Florida anymore. I live in Utah. And I'm like, what the fuck? I don't want to go to Utah, dude. So
that was it, huh?
Yeah, so I ended up coming here, and I met her here. And
I guess that's kind of closer to Arizona. That's where you were at, right?
Yeah, Phoenix. I grew up there.
A little less of a drive to Utah than Florida.
Yeah, for sure.
And you met her in Utah?
Here in Utah, yeah. And she's not from here. Oh, you're from all over the place.
All right, so what's your story then, What brings you to this this happy valley of ours?
Well, the first time it was my ex. He was doing an internship over at U of U.
Right. Where were you at before then?
Idaho.
But she was born in Texas, right?
No, I was born in New Mexico.
I don't even know. I'm married to her. What the fuck?
You should know these
Texas.
things.
I know, right?
Well, so then you moved into Utah because of an ex and just kind of stayed here then?
Well, no. That December, I moved to New Mexico to help out with my niece.
Right. Because every niece needs some help every now and then.
There you go. And then well, that's how I ended up going to New Mexico too. We lived there for almost 3 years. I moved, so we were friends. We started chatting online, or not even just online, on the phone even. And then I moved out there to be with her. We ended up getting married, and there's no work in New Mexico. So I was like, let's go back to Utah.
So about what year was that?
2018 when we moved back here. And we've been here ever since. Like, I finally have a decent job, and life is better. So life is hard in New Mexico.
I've heard.
It's ghetto as fuck, dude.
Yeah, I've heard. I've never been there, and most everything I've heard, no offense to New Mexico or anything, but I don't really want to go there terribly. You know, I'm sure that if ever I go on tour, you got to hit New Mexico sometime or another. In which case, I hope those of you listening receive this message with humility. Because I didn't say anything myself bad about New Mexico. I just said I've heard some things. Okay, so it was other people that said bad things about you guys, not me.
Well, did you ever see Breaking Bad?
I haven't, actually.
Oh, it's a good show. Well, anyway, that's exactly what it's like. Just watch that show.
I know it's about an old guy that he sells drugs or something.
Yeah.
And he's a chemist, and he's supposed to be not selling drugs because of who he is.
He ends up getting cancer, and he needs money to pay for his medical bills. And he starts making meth.
Right.
And he becomes this crazy drug lord, and it gets. But the way that it's like nonstop crime there, it's basically what it's like. It's.
Didn't he used to be Malcolm's dad?
Yeah, he's Malcolm in the Middle. He was on that show back in the day.
So he went from being a humble father of 3 to being a methamphetamine addict criminal. Man, poor guy. So how does it end?
He dies.
Oh, well, there you go.
I ruined it if you never watched that show, people.
Fuck. Well, I guess you don't have to now. So, well, I mean, is there another show that he, started doing after that could complete this whole story? Or is he just out of work and he died and that's fuck him?
He dies, and then they made another series, Better Call Saul.
Is it a spin-off of that show?
Yeah, it's the lawyer. He's played by Bob Odenkirk. I don't know if you ever got it. No.
I like Bob Odenkirk.
Oh, it's great. Did you ever watch Mr. Show back in the day?
Yes.
I love that show.
Loved Mr. Show. And they brought it back for a little bit, too. It's just called With Bob and David. Because I guess copyrights, they wouldn't let him use Mr. Show with Bob and David. And so they just took out the Mr. Show part.
Did not know that.
Yeah, I don't know how long it lasted, but if you were a fan of that...
Oh, I was a huge fan.
They started out with acting like they had just traveled in time by getting into this time machine that actually just aged the same as regular time.
Yeah.
So they were just in this time capsule the whole time, and they opened up, and now they're all old.
Yeah. I remember...
I'd look it up if you've got the time.
We will, actually.
And if you were a fan of that show.
I'm a
Anybody
huge
out
fan.
there who's listening out there, David Cross or Bob Odenkirk fan.
You remember the one joke, Pally's, the sketch? We quote it all the time where, they're censoring them. Instead of motherfucker, he goes, mother, father, Chinese dentist.
Oh, man. I mean, if we're just talking about random videos we've seen, I was just reminded of this video that's kind of the opposite, where they're messing with, because that's the fun thing about editing, is you can do the opposite of that and just stick a bleep where it doesn't belong, and it sounds like people are saying fuck when they're not. Like, there's a particular video that you can look up online, while we're on the subject, anyways, or off of whatever subject we were on. It's the Count from Sesame Street.
Oh, I know what
his
you're
song
talking about.
how he counts all these different things, and then when he's done, he counts himself. And if you just bleep out the word count, it just sounds like he's saying he fucks the bats and he fucks the cookies, and then when he's done, he fucks himself.
I think I know what you're talking about. My friend showed me that.
It's hilarious. If you haven't seen it, I'd recommend looking that one up too. But if our subject or topic has become just random YouTube videos, I think that means it's time to play another song, folks.
That sounds good to me.
Droll Box here on KWJUDAS. Thank you so friendly and kindly for being here with us tonight.
All right, so this song is called Liberate Your Soul. 1, 2, 3, 4. All the clouds are passing through the sky, looking back on memories of days I had epiphanies. Some were right and some had turned out wrong. I'm swimming through enchanted seas where angels die so passively. Question people in question everything. Don't be a victim. Liberate your soul. Question people and question everything. The truth is dangerous. Liberate your soul. I packed my bags and traveled north of Bay. Left behind a legacy of broken homes and shattered dreams. Don't get me wrong, I'm just as lost as you. But I believe in moving on, not dwelling on a life that's gone. Question people and question everything. Don't be a victim. Liberate your soul. Question people and question everything. The truth is dangerous. Liberate your soul. Closed my coffin, then looked into his eyes. Flowers grow around the throne. The king is not your final goal. Empty glasses tend to fill up fine. Take it one day at a time. Ancient ruins we will find. Question people and question everything. Don't be a victim. Liberate your soul. Question people and question everything. The truth is dangerous. Liberate your soul. Liberate your soul. Liberate, liberate, liberate your soul.
Droll Box on KWJUDAS, Gumption City Radio. We're coming at you live from the parking lot of General Star here at the swap meet on the weekend. Having a great time, looking at all the cool products that they've got that I guess Derpinsley doesn't have to offer. Ooh.
Whoa.
Shit, folks. It looks like there is some competition in town for Derpinsley being like, well, the only corporate anything in this entire city. General Store is paying me 15,000 peanut shells to plug his store on this particular episode. He just wants everyone to come on down to the General Store and pick up some general stuff, some general equipment.
Sounds
down
good.
at the Gumption Junction.
All right.
So we've already discussed where you guys came from and what led you to be what you're doing now. Have you guys ever gone on tour or anything?
So we played a few shows out of state recently. We played in, not really a full tour. We played in Austin, Texas last week. Yeah, or no, 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
You just drove straight from Utah
No,
to
we
Texas?
flew. We have family there.
Ah,
So
okay.
we just stayed with them
I was
and
going to
played.
say, damn, what just made you decide, let's just go to Texas and play a show?
We played there. We played in Colorado over the summer, and then we played in Idaho back in April or March, something like that. March or April of 2023.
How was Colorado?
It was hot. It was the middle of the summer. It was shitty, man.
Where were you playing?
Durango.
So was it an outdoor event or
No, it was inside of it was like a skate park like venue. It was like
How do you get a gig at a skate park in Colorado?
I just emailed the guy and asked him about it. They have a lot of like folk punk and stuff there. I don't think we're necessarily totally folk punk. We got a little bit of an influence, but I told the guy we were folk punk, and he's probably like, okay. So he booked us.
You could still play a folk punk show, and I don't think anyone would complain.
Yeah, it was fun. We've been doing music together starting the pandemic. So I grew up playing in bands. Like my first band was actually called Droll Box. I named this band after it.
Oh,
Yeah,
word.
8th grade, I formed that band. I didn't form it I joined it, actually.
It was just punk?
It wasn't punk. It was just kind of like, I don't know, 90s rock. There's a little bit of like a Nirvana influence, maybe a little bit of like
Grungy shit.
but there's a little bit of like Led Zeppelin-ish in it too. There's a variety of stuff. It was just rock and roll, I guess. But I was the singer. I didn't even play guitar in that band. And
you joined.
yeah, they needed a singer. There was a drummer.
So that wasn't even your name to take.
No, I made up the name. I named it. There wasn't-
Okay.
I actually asked permission, even though I came up with it. They wasn't a name. It was just two guys jamming. No joke. 8th grade. So I played in a bunch of bands off and on from like that time period to my mid-20s.
Right.
And I stopped doing it when I hit 24. And I was just like, I guess I'm too old for this. So I decided to
At
go.
24, what are you talking about?
I know, right?
You're at the prime.
I know. And I kind of regret it. But I ended up going to school and trying to, do that bullshit and be a grown-up. Well, I graduated.
At 24.
Yeah, I
Nobody
know.
grows up at 24. Come on now.
So I
Be
went
a
to
rock star.
I know, right? So I went to school, and then I got graduated, and I didn't really get that great of a job. All right, so I decided I was no longer going to do any of this stuff. Come the pandemic.
Did you at least get a job that was pertinent to what you went to school for?
No.
Ah!
Nobody does.
Ah!
Those are called doctors.
Even a doc. I mean, shit. I guess you have to have gone to some kind of school.
Yeah. So yeah, come the pandemic, there was nothing to do, so I just started writing songs again. And I was like,
there you go.
God, I miss this, man. I love playing music. So we started doing some music together, and then December of 2022, we played our first show together. We played
Hell yeah.
with the local band Mandalore, the hardcore band.
Yes.
We played with them. I met those guys, and they were nice. And even though we sound nothing like that, like they're like heavy, like hardcore, like screaming shit, dude. And I was like,
right.
I was like, oh, but the audience was nice. I thought they were gonna be like, what the fuck is this? These people with acoustic guitars. So
That's cool.
We played with them, and then from there we just booked our own shows. That's been this whole year, and here we are. It led to this.
Hell yeah. And now you're stuck here in a Gumption City parking lot. At least you got past the wall of troglodytes. Kudos to you for that.
So yeah, that's how we got here, and we're not going to stop. I think I'm going to do this the rest of my life. I know at this point I'm not going to be a rock star, but I don't give a fuck. I like playing music. It's fun, you know?
Yeah, you shouldn't. I mean, you shouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's your musical past then?
I started playing the flute in 6th grade, and I've mainly been trained classically. I did take some guitar classes in college, and then Chris was nice enough to teach me to play the bass.
Oh, word. You're like, hey, I got these songs, and anyone can play bass. That's the punk rock element.
There you go. Well,
right there.
well, I was playing guitar before, and she's like, hey, can I play guitar with you? And I was like, how about you just play the bass? That's how it happened.
Right. Yeah, that's how, like, I'd probably say 98% of the punk rock bands out there formulate is.
Pretty much.
I got these songs, and we hang out enough. You want to play bass?
Yeah.
We spend enough time together, and you're not doing anything else, so... Yeah, like I say, anyone can play bass, right?
There you go.
I'm just being a dick. All right, let's play another song.
Okay.
Speaking of which.
So this song we wrote when we did that show. So that show we did with Mandalore, it was only like 15-minute set, and I had 2 extra minutes to kill. And I was like, I wrote a song like a week before, so this is the one that came out. It's kind of like a carnival song or something. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. The boat is finally sinking, ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba, with 18-wheelers shrinking, ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Oh, whale, the vermin will eat your eyes. Oh, whale, it's the peppermint in disguise. Oh, whale, it's the peppermint in disguise. Decapitate the mascot, ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba, that echoes from the despot, ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Oh, whale, the vermin will eat your eyes. Oh, whale, it's the peppermint in disguise. Oh, whale, it's the peppermint in disguise. A carousel of fables, ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba, bleeding through your cables, ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Oh, whale, the vermin will eat your eyes. Oh, whale, it's the peppermint in disguise. Oh, whale, it's the peppermint in disguise.
Indeed. I am coming to the realization that we are at the top of the half hour, which is where Wizard would normally deliver his useless fact, and I'm sitting here racking my brain as to what's a good useless fact, but I can't think of any. But the fact that we are to the about halfway through the show, I think that we should probably play a couple more songs because we don't want to do too much damn yapping.
Okay, we can do that.
So, I'm looking at your playlist here.
We probably don't have enough to do all of that, huh?
No, well, that's what I'm saying. We should maybe just do like 2 or 3 songs all at once so that we can at least get a little bit further through your playlist.
Okay. Do you want to do one? Do you want to sing a song?
I'd be delighted.
What?
Are you talking about the... Yeah, the more did you?
Well, I'm not going to sing.
All right, this one's kind of mellow. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2... I don't sing on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Suddenly, the days are bright. I will not turn back and live the way I used to live. With your help, I will stand up tall. In so many ways, my life has changed. I'm grateful for today. Sobriety is what I need. It gives me strength and clarity. Down, a light will guide the way.
That was a good song. Both of those were really good songs.
Thank you.
Also, you know, in typical punk rock fashion, the bass player's got to have that one song that they wrote, you know.
Huh.
Except for you sing way better than, like, most any punk bassist and play bass better. Much better, I would have to say. There are some really good punk bass players out there. Don't get me wrong. There are some really good ones.
Like what, Tim Armstrong?
Word.
So that guy's pretty good, right?
Indeed. He's got a couple of solos out there that are quite mind-bending. But I liked, for one thing, I really dig the acoustic bass anyways. It's rare that you see them enough. And for two, I liked how many different change-ups you had going on there.
Awesome.
Know.
Thank you.
Kind of progressive. I like songs with lots of change-ups and stuff. It's not so punk rock.
Yeah. That's probably our least punk rock song, I guess. Well, we got a variety of shit. Want us to keep going, or?
Yeah, let's have another.
Okay. That song was about quitting drinking, and this one is too. Because I quit drinking almost 9 years ago now.
Oh, you got 9 years. Good job.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
That one is about quitting drinking. This one is... Oh, I'm probably talking to here, huh? This one
yes.
is about... we played this one in Austin. It mentions Austin, and I dedicated it to the people in the audience. So this is about an older man who quits drinking and moves away from his fucked up kids that are like grown adults, and they just live with him and are unemployed and they drink all the time. So it's called.
Based on a true story?
No, that's slightly autobiographical about my life a little bit. I don't have grown kids. I don't have any kids. We have a cat. That's kind of like a kid.
So maybe your cat just depends on you too much, and he's a piece of shit.
She drinks too much.
Yeah, you just need to move away from that cat.
All right, the song's called "The Saga of Grandpa McDonald." No, he has no relation to Ronald. All right, one. Yeah, someone made a joke in a show we played once. I'm like, okay, yeah. Anyway, one.
It's terrible.
I know, right? One. 1, 2, 3, 4. Grandpa McDonald sold his truck and moved to Austin. His family was unhinged. They fight and fight all the time. This is what they do. This is his story. His son and his daughter, they live with them. They're unemployed, yeah. They drink a lot of whiskey and stay out late. They don't pay rent. They don't respect their aging father. It's time to be a better man. Put the past in the garbage can. Where does he go from here? We don't know. His wife died in 2008 with many years to contemplate. He had to leave and start again. He had to go to rehab for many years of drinking liquor. His mind was like a suitcase. Pick it up and drop it off. Deep inside he missed his family. It's time to be a better man. Put the past in the garbage can. Where does he go from here? We don't know. His wife died in 2008 with many years to contemplate. He had to leave and start again. Moral of the story, it's not too late to change your life, yeah. Grandpa McDonald stood up to his deepest fears. You can too if you want it. It's time to be a better man. Put the past in the garbage can. Where does he go from here? We don't know. His wife died in 2008 with many years to contemplate. He had to leave and start again.
Gumption City Radio, thank you all for joining us on this pleasant evening. So, we talked about earlier if you might have any stories. It's story time, kids! Hey, all right. So, What kind of story are we prepare? Should we prepare ourselves for here? A scary story or a funny story?
Talk about taking a shit.
A dramatic. Okay, a dramatic one. This will be a drama.
Oh, okay, this came off.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Right as he says that,
But
the headphones just take a shit right on his head. Okay, if you've got a good poo story,
I'm trying to think. Okay.
we've had a couple pretty good poo stories that have been told. In fact, yeah, one was with the last, well, kind of a duo like you guys. Nick and Aria had a real great one.
Oh, right on. Yeah, we're going to play with them soon.
You should, because, yeah.
We've been chatting with them. We're going to be playing a show with them really back in December.
Then you can share poo stories.
There you go.
All right, let's have it.
Well, I'm trying to think of this one time, maybe when I was like 18, my friend's dog took this big like dome shit, and all of us were obsessed with it. We were like, everybody was like fascinated with this massive like dome turd. It was like huge. I don't know.
That was a great story.
It was quite a story that
I once saw one of my friends that looked kind of like an ice cream scoop.
Oh my God.
He paid me to look at it. He's like, I'll give you $1.
Oh, I got one. I got a perfect story.
Okay.
This is not
Good,
about me.
Because that story was going nowhere.
No, this is good. Okay, so
Here we go, kids.
I'm from Phoenix, as I said, and there's a local metal band there called Pelvic Meatloaf.
Pelvic Meatloaf?
They're a legendary band.
Wow.
They're like, I should say they're a famous local band because they have like, they're not like, big worldwide, but they're.
Are they still playing?
Oh, yeah, and they're like probably like 50 now.
Shout outs to Pelvic Meatloaf.
Fuck yeah, dude. The guy's name, so the lead singer's name is Rich. And he's a notorious guy for just being like, he's first of all, he's like obsessed with Gigi Allen. We'll just start there.
Okay.
This dude used to, I don't think he does it anymore. I hope he doesn't. He's got a daughter now and he's like 50. I don't know, dude. I think he's like 50. I think he's older than me.
In his 50s, we'll say.
Yeah. And they're still like metal as fuck and they play shows. Anyway, this dude was notorious back in the day and he would do this thing where he called himself the Shit Bandit. So if this is too gross, like...
Nah, you got to finish it now.
All right. So if this grosses you out, Allie, you don't have to listen because she gets grossed out more of this kind of stuff.
Yeah, just take off your headphones. That way you totally won't hear it.
So what he would do, this is just fucked up. Okay, so he would go in public restrooms and he'd like take a shit on the toilet seat and he'd wrap up toilet paper on his hand and he'd write "Shit Bandit strikes again" on the wall with the turd, dude.
God damn it.
If he's listening, hi Rich, like I told your story, bro. Like
And if you're still doing it, well, Shit Bandit strikes again.
The rumor is that some old lady at Peter Piper Pizza, they don't have those here, but it's a pizza place. And
We used to.
Did they?
Yeah. We had, it seemed like there was a rash of not just Peter Piper pizzas, but, you had Pizza Pipeline, and there was a bunch of those pizza buffet things, like Docks and shit.
Oh, yeah,
And then
yeah.
just all of them went away.
That sucks.
I don't know what happened.
But they still got Peter Pipers in Arizona. But yeah, back in the 90s, supposedly Rich did that, and this old lady smelled it and died of a heart attack. I don't know if that's true, but
Okay, wait, what?
so it smelled so bad when she went in the bathroom to clean it up, like she was the
Just
I don't
some
know,
random
No, she was
lady
one
that worked
employee.
there?
Yeah, and she went in there and cleaned it, and she had a heart attack because it smelled so bad. I don't know if that's really true, but
Yeah, where do you get that sort of information from?
probably from him because he wanted to sound notorious. Like,
Well, I mean, where did he get that information from?
it's probably made up. There's all kinds of stories about him. He's Arizona's Gigi Allen, basically.
I would like to get him on this show sometime. If ever they're on tour, I mean, coming through Utah, I could probably help him get a gig.
They probably would. I don't know. I don't know him as well. My friend is close. My friend used to be in a band with him. I remember him because I was like underage and he would buy beer for us kids. They're like, yeah, dude, you're like 21. No, he was like 25. He was even older than that. And I was like,
Badass.
yeah, I was like 17 and he was in a band. So I thought he was cool. I was like, fuck yeah, you buy us beer and you're,
That's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Buy kids beer.
I know, right?
And then you get an underage contributing ticket.
Yeah, I know.
And you go to spend the night in jail.
Yeah.
And then you carve your name in shit on the jail walls. Shit Bandit strikes again.
There's all kinds of stories about this guy. That's probably the best thing I can think of right now is him.
That was a good one. Maybe we should play another song in tribute or respect to the Shit Bandit.
Okay.
This one goes out to you, buddy.
All right, so we'll play a more upbeat one. Let's do Disaster this time.
Disaster.
Yes.
Disaster goes out to the Shit Bandit.
This goes for the Shit Bandit. All right. Ready? You start it, Sally. Stand up and push your fear aside. Shake every hand in town. Pay attention to your inner voice. All you've got to do is open your mind. You got to open your mind. You got to open your mind. Disaster, disaster. We're rolling down the hill like a stone. Redemption, redemption. You better listen now before it's too late. You better listen now before it's too late. Hey, hey, hey! Stop following the upper crust. They're tearing us apart. Grandiosity is not your friend. All you've got to do is open your mind. You got to open your mind. You got to open your mind. Disaster, disaster. We're rolling down the hill like a stone. Redemption, redemption. You better listen now before it's too late. You better listen now before it's too late. Hey, hey, hey! Politicians get the best of us. They're working for the whole. Close your eyes and look at everything. All you gotta do is open your mind. You gotta open your mind. You gotta open your mind. Disaster, disaster. We're rolling down the hill like a stone. Redemption, redemption. You better listen now before it's too late. You better listen now before it's too late. Hey, hey, hey!
Disaster by the Droll Box here on KWJUDAS, Gumption City Radio. I don't know about you guys, but it was just kind of funny, the first line or two of that song in relation to where the conversation left off.
The opening line?
Something to the effect of jump up and push it out.
I didn't say that, but
pinch it
oh,
off.
stand up. It said stand up and push your fear aside. There you go.
And it was a dedication to the Shit Bandit. And then the next line was something about pinching it off or something. I don't know.
The Shit Bandit guy, he's actually going to be he's in a pilot show called The Sound Guy. My friend is trying to get this show on Hulu and all that. So he's in it. It's a show about a guy, a sound guy at a club, and then the guy who is the Shit Bandit, he's the club owner, and he snorts coke in it and stuff. It's like a comedy, it's a stoner comedy kind of thing. They smoke a bunch of weed in it. It's kind of a funny show.
And the owner of the club is the one
is the Shit Bandit
doing this to his own club.
No, I hope not.
I was gonna say,
it's I'm gonna make my janitor clean this up.
Right? What a dick. I hope he's paying that guy extra. And what do you get out of that? Really? This hypothetical motherfucker. Okay, we don't want to talk too much about fecal matter or the Shit Bandit again. But on that note, we do have this commercial break, and then we're going to get back with some more music, folks.
Hello, Gumption City, Utah. I'm General Star here, former one-star general of the General Stars General Star at the first junction in Gumption City, Utah. And if it's general stuff you need, we got it. Gadgets, gizmos, we got it. Who's it? What's it? We got it.
You got thingamabobs, Arliss?
Hell, you want thingamabobs? We got... Wait, hang on, let me check. Looks like we're all out of thingamabobs at the moment.
Oh, nuts.
That we do got. We got lug nuts, wing nuts, conch nuts, beer nuts, and deer nuts. We got thingamabobs in back order. Should be here by Tuesday or your money free while supplies last.
Oh, shit, Arliss. What's that even mean?
Nothing, Arliss. I'll tell you when you're older.
Oh.
Just get yourself on down to the General Stars General Store. For all things good and wholesome, everything derpishly ain't gone.
All right, it looks like Derpinsley has got a little bit of competition from the general store down the street. We'll see how that holds up. But for now, we're going to get into our last little chunk of music. We only got about 15 minutes left, so we're going to try and do less yakking and more cracking or something. Less talking and more rocking.
That's rock.
Yeah, that.
All right. The song is a cover from the hardcore band SSD Control. It's called Boiling Point, but we do our own chill version of it. All right.
Hell yeah.
I kept it bottled up for years. Instead of fighting or shedding tears, now it's time to let go. My boiling point's about to show. Boiling point, boiling over. Boiling point, now it's over. Boiling point, boiling over. Boiling point, now it's over. I don't know if I'll lose control of my mind, my body or soul. Now it's time to let go. My boiling point's about to show. Boiling point, boiling over. Boiling point, now it's over. Boiling point, boiling over. Boiling point, now it's over. Kept it bottled up for years. Instead of fighting or shedding tears, now it's time to let go. My boiling point's about to show. Boiling point, boiling over. Boiling point, now it's over. Boiling point, boiling over. Boiling point, now it's over.
Hell yeah. It's good stuff. So, just for comparison and contrast's sake, we are going to play just a little clip of the original version of that because I've never heard it and I want to hear it. And we'll just see what we think.
Okay.
All right. Well, that was a very significant difference between what you guys just did and the original version of that song. What the fuck made you decide, let's do this?
I don't know, it just sounded like fun to take like an old school like hardcore song and just turn it into something different. I thought it'd be kind of fun to have a female voice over it too. I mean, it's a standard, early '80s pissed off hardcore song.
I know, and it was so great. That's why I had to go and look up the original. It's just what I was hearing you guys do is really awesome, and I'm like, there's no way the original song sounds like this, and of course it doesn't.
The original one's only like 54 seconds long.
Yeah, it's not even a minute long. We could probably have just played the whole fucking song, and you'd have been like, oh, all right. There was an actual, 3 chorus, 3 verses, all in that small amount of time. So, speaking of small amounts of time, we got probably enough time for about 2 more.
Okay.
So, what do we want to do next?
Grab the bass.
Grab that bass guitar.
So this one's a bit more upbeat. This is one of my favorite punk bands ever, Rudimentary Peni. Their album Cacophony. The song's called
Awesome.
This song's called Cacophony. It's named after their album Cacophony. So it's another upbeat kind of folky one, but a faster, fun song. Okay, ready?
Droll Box, KWJUDAS.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I will sing a lullaby, although I'm not your alibi. The storm is coming, I will have to stay inside. The heater came on twice today with cauliflower rice charades. I don't wanna be like all the kids at school. No, I do not wanna go home. I'm sick of being there. I do not wanna be there. And you were running away 1,000 miles from here. I do not wanna see your face. Cacophony. Appreciate the help you gave, but I'm already on my way to rearrange the chalice that you made for me. The calculator stays in here, you can use it on your test. Sorry, I'm not sorry, I will climb these walls. No, I do not want to go home. I'm sick of being there. I do not want to be there. And you were running away 1,000 miles from here. I do not want to see your face. Cacophony. Stop and think about all the times that you made me sit alone and cry. I had to be back in the morning, you can't know my frame of mind. And to see you standing over there with empty holes and winter chairs. The sun is coming up and I will go outside. The cat had killed a mouse today, and I just wanna be away from all the rabid people on that island there. No, I do not wanna go home. I'm sick of being there. I do not wanna be there. And you were running away 1,000 miles from here. I do not want to see your face. Cacophony.
Woo! Whoop, whoop. Yeah, 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 yeah. Indeed. Well, it looks like it's time for the end of the show. Now that the whoops have been whoops and the yays have been yayed. But before we go, Where's a good place to find y'all's music? And do you have anything coming up that you'd like to plug, or any other projects or anything?
Well, we have all of our music on Bandcamp at the moment. We have 4 songs recorded. We're recording a 5th one in November. I think we're going to start recording our own music right soon. But you can find us on Instagram at Droll_Box1. It's all lowercase. Facebook, just search Droll Box. It comes up pretty easily. You find it. Please find us. We need more followers.
So, without further ado, what's the name of this last tune you got?
It's called So Simple and Humble. This one's like a classical sounding kind of thing. So Allie's going to sing it and play the flute on it. I don't sing at all on this one. So I get to relax.
Real quick before we go, also, when you say you're going to start recording your own stuff, have all these been cover songs? Or
No. What I mean by recording our own stuff, we're just going to record our own music.
You're going to be doing the recording?
Yeah, there's only one cover song we played tonight. Everything else we wrote ourselves. So.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, these are all originals, and I guess that was kind of an original because we created our own version of it.
That was a very original version of it,
Yeah.
to say the least. All right. Well, we got Droll Box rolling things out for you here, kiddies. Thank you all for joining us here on Gumption City Radio.
Woke up today and I feel like the sun I will shine. Oh, I embroidered some robes and I swept up the floor. I feel fine. Oh, so simple and humble, so simple and humble, so simple and humble for me. So simple and humble, so simple and humble, and that's how I would like to be. Feeding the poor and helping the sick I will try. Oh, at the end of the day, I will be the same, I'm alright. Oh, so simple and humble, so simple and humble, so simple and humble for me. So simple and humble, so simple and humble, and that's how I would like to be. So simple and humble, so simple and humble, so simple and humble for me. So simple and humble, so simple and humble, and that's how I would like to be.
We'd like to thank you for joining us on yet another exclusive and exciting episode of KWJUDAS on Gumption City Radio. We now bring you back to our regular Gumption City programming.